Hello and welcome. I'm Ashley from Yoga for That, and today's yoga sequence is a stretch sequence done entirely on the floor, so we avoid some of that up and down that comes from a regular yoga sequence. Starting off in child's pose today, so you're welcome to keep the knees closer together. This helps to actually protect the low back, or if it feels good on the hips, knees can come wider. You're going to sink your hips towards your heels and begin to walk your hands out. If this feels like too much today, hands can stay in underneath the forehead, or you can even reach the hands through the legs towards your heels. Allow your chest to fall towards the earth, breathing into the back of the body. Taking 3 more rounds of breath. With your next inhale, shifting back forward to a tabletop shape. So you're going to take your hands outer shoulder distance apart. Keep your elbows soft, knees come underneath the hips, toes can be tucked or untucked. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the tailbone. As you exhale, begin to round your upper back and gaze towards the navel. Inhale to lift the tailbone, lift the heart. Exhale to round. 3 more here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. And exhale. And then back to your neutral spine. You can either stay in this tabletop shape and then take your right arm underneath the chest, reaching over towards the left. If this feels like too much this morning, you can come back to that child's pose shape or reaching the arm underneath the chest. As you inhale, make your way back through center. So again, you can stay in tabletop. On the second side, I'll demo from child's pose. So hips towards the heels. Left arm comes underneath the chest. Again, right arm can stay active, or you can relax the arm to the earth. Inhale, make your way back to tabletop. From tabletop, coming all the way down to the belly, lowering the chest down to the floor, untuck your toes. You're going to take your hands wide, elbows point towards the sky, gaze stays down towards the floor so the neck is neutral. Press the tops of the feet into the earth. With an inhale, lift your chest only as high as feels comfortable in your low back. And as you exhale, release. Inhale to lift. Think of pressing your hips into the floor. And exhale, release. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, release. Hands come underneath the forehead. Rest your head and rock the hips. Working into half bow pose. Draw the heel in towards your glutes. Point your toes, and this might feel like enough of a stretch into your quad, so you can stay here. Option 2 is to reach back with your right hand and grab for the top of the foot. Then begin to kick your foot into your hand as you press your hip into the floor. If you'd like to rest your head, you're welcome to create a fist with your left hand and rest your forehead. If you have a block or bolster nearby, you can also rest your forehead on a prop. With your next exhale, release your hand but leave your toes pointed up. Take your right hand to the right side of your mat, finger to the floor, elbow points towards the sky, and then extend your left arm over to the left. You're going to lift up slightly with your right toes and then tap the right toes behind you. Take your right hand underneath your head and rest your head on your fist. As you inhale, draw yourself back through center. Hands come underneath your forehead and rock your hips. When you're ready, drawing your left heel towards the glute toes are pointed. Again, you can stay here or reach back with the right hand. Take your foot into your hand as you kick your hip into the earth and feel free to rest your forehead. As you exhale, release your hand, fingertips come to the floor, and right arm extends nice and long. Lift up slightly through the left toes and tap the left toes behind you. You're welcome to bring your left hand underneath your head, or you can leave it wide. Inhale to draw yourself back through center, hands underneath the forehead, and rock the hips side to side. When you feel ready, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press through tabletop, and come to meet in a child's pose. In this variation of child's pose, coming into a side stretch, so walking the right hand to the right side of the mat, and then stacking the left hand on top of the right, only reaching as far as feels comfortable to you. As you inhale, walk your hands through center, and then take your left hand to the left and right hand on top of the left. And you might notice the difference side to side of how much reach you have. So be gentle, be kind. As you inhale, walk yourself through center, and then walk your hands as far forward as you can. Find the stretch into your upper back. If you like a little bit more here, you can bend at the elbows. Take the hands to your low neck, and hands in prayer or resting your hands to the nape of the neck. As you exhale, release your hands, make your way back to tabletop. Today I'm going to show a different entrance into pigeon pose. So typically we take pigeon from downward dog. Today I'm going to show how to take pigeon from tabletop. Taking the right knee to the right wrist, and you're going to Take a little bit of an angle into the leg so the heel comes underneath your left thigh, and then walk the left leg all the way back. You're welcome to stay here. If this feels like too much today, you might shift slightly over onto your right hip and then bend at your left knee to take more of a windmill shape. Keeping the hips generally square. If you needed a block or prop underneath the right hip, you can stay upright, or if you'd like to come into your resting pigeon, walk yourself down, stack your fists, and rest your forehead. Three more rounds of breath. And last big breath in. Exhale, side out. When you feel ready, make your way back onto your palms if you aren't already there. From here, you're going to tuck your back toes and walk your left knee in. You're going to come onto your right knee and extend your left leg long. So some people prefer to come to the inner edge of their foot, and some people prefer to have their whole foot on the floor. So it really depends how it feels in your leg. So once you find the shape of your leg, press into the earth, and it should feel like your hips are shifting back, just like we would in downward dog. This feels pretty good. You can stay here. Option 2 is to come down to the forearms. You might rest your head or allow your head to hang heavy. With an inhale, make your way back up to flat palms. And from here, you're going to draw your right leg in, or your right shin in slightly, so it's on a bit of an angle, and you're going to shift back so that your right foot is in the inside of your left leg. Toes are pointed towards the sky. You're going to reach the arms up. As you exhale, you're going to twist over to the left and begin to fall over the left leg. Now the hands might rest on your thigh, your shin, you might reach for the toes. You're welcome to stay here, adding a bit of a stretch that'll get into this side oblique and into the low back. Take your left hand to the inside of the leg, so wherever it landed, mine is pretty comfortable to my shin. You're going to press your arm or your palm into your leg. As you press your leg into your palm, you're going to begin to twist open. And you might rest your hand behind the head or to your hip, whatever allows comfort in this upper part of your arm. As you exhale, release the arm back down. Take a big breath in. Exhale to stay. And as you inhale, walking up your leg, make your way back to your tabletop shape. And you might take a few rounds of cat-cow just to flush out anything that came up into the low back. When you're ready, neutral spine, second side, left knee comes to the left wrist, left heel in line with the right thigh, and then walking your right leg all the way back. Then from here, working to keep the hips square so you're not tilting too far to one side or too far over to the left. And again, if you need to bend your knee, you're welcome to. Always option to come onto the back for pretzel stretch if you'd like that option instead. When and if you're ready, walking yourself down into your resting pigeon pose. 3 more rounds of breath. Nice big breath in, and exhale, let it go. When you're ready, making your way up to flat palms if you weren't already there. You're going to tuck your back toes and walk your back knee in slightly and extend your left toes to point towards the back wall. Drawing your right leg out to the right. Welcome to come to the inner edge of the foot or foot to floor. So again, it might change side to side. And then you're welcome to come on down to the floor if that feels all right. When you're ready, make your way back up to your flat palms. You're going to draw your left foot in slightly so it's on an angle, and then press your hips back. The left foot is to the inside of the right leg, right toes pointed towards the sky. Inhale to reach the arms up, exhale to twist slightly towards the right, and then reach the hands down towards the leg. So again, they might rest on your upper thigh, to your shin, or to your toes. You can stay here if you'd like that deeper stretch into your low back and into your side. Taking your right hand to the inside of the right leg and press the leg and palm together. And then as you inhale, begin to open up through the chest and reach the hand towards the sky. So the gaze might follow the hand, it might look down, it might look to your foot, whatever feels most comfortable. And release. Big breath in. Exhale. Inhale to walk up your thigh. Coming to sit cross-legged. So working into an outer hip stretch, you're welcome to stay just like this. Option 2 is to begin to lean the body forward and your elbows might come to your thighs. Option 3, you could have a block underneath your fists, or option 4, you could come all the way down to the floor. One more big breath in. Exhale. As you inhale, walk yourself up to seated. We'll keep the legs like this just for one more exercise. Take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh, right hand to your low back. Lengthen tall and proud, and then as you exhale, begin to twist. As you inhale, think of lengthening the spine, and as you exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale to come back to center. Take the fingertips behind you. Shift your weight back and then cross your legs the other way. Sitting up nice and tall, leaning the body forward. Hands can come to the legs, hands can come to a block, or palms can come to the floor. One more big breath in. Exhale. Inhale to walk yourself back up to seated. So this time taking the left hand to your low back, right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. As you inhale, come back through center. Send the legs out in front of you nice and long and give them a little bit of a shake, and we'll make our way onto our backs. So once you've made your way onto your back, feet to the floor, knees pointed towards the sky. We're going to draw one knee in towards the chest and release the fingers on your shin. And just draw the knee in nice and close to your chest. If you'd like a little bit more here, opposite leg can extend nice and long. Taking your hands behind the thigh, next on the heel towards the sky. Now if this becomes too much in your low back, foot can come back to the floor. Bring your opposite foot back to the floor if it wasn't already there, bending into your extended leg and place it to the earth. Drawing the other knee in towards the chest, interlace your fingers on your shin and hug it close towards your chest, trying to keep your low back to the earth. And extending the foot towards the sky. And exhale to release the foot to the floor. Arms come to cactus. Heel toe the feet as wide as your mat and begin to windshield for the knees side to side. Releasing any tension from the low back. Heel toe the feet back towards each other. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Grab hold of both shins and take the knees wide so you can hang out here in a modified happy baby. Option 2 is to curl the toes towards the shin. And then you might extend the heels up as you grab the outside edges of your feet. And feeling free here to rock side to side. When you feel ready, come to pause. Draw the heels in. Release the feet to the floor. And extend your legs nice and long, coming into your final resting position. Savasana, typically taught on the back. Arms and legs can be wide and open. Option 2, if you'd like to today, is to take reclined butterfly. You can also support this with blocks or bolsters under the knees or the thighs. Think of drawing your chin slightly towards the chest, so you should feel the back of the head lengthen along your mat. Palms can face up, hands can rest on your belly. Maybe one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Relax through your shoulders. Soften through your eyes. Meaning to invite some movement back into your fingers and your toes. Your legs are in butterfly. Take the hands to the outsides of your thighs. Draw the knees in. If they're extended, place one foot to the floor, followed by your other foot. You might take a nice big stretch with the hands above your head. Exhale. And draw the hands to the shape of prayer, just in front of the eyes. May the light in me find the light in you. Until next time, namaste.